Welcome to episode 4, where we talk about and I show you the house plans. I misspoke in the last video, and I think I said in another video I showed you the house plans when I really didn't. So here they are. I'm sorry about that. These house plans have been a very long time coming. So what I have done is I have designed a custom home for myself, and I hired an architect to execute what I wanted in the house. I basically started with an inspiration in my mind. I was not sure what I wanted the outside of the house to look like. So I got on Pinterest like you do, and I just started scrolling, and I found this image of the outside of a house, and I loved it so much. What I liked about it is that it was flat in the front, and I really liked that it was symmetrical. My eyes do really well with things that are symmetrical, crisp and clean. I didn't want a whole bunch of gables, and like, I just needed things really simple, but like intricate enough to make it really beautiful. So this photo was what I first went to my architect with, and I just said, I like this style. And then I showed him this inside. I knew that everything else would fall into place, but what I knew I wanted was when you walk into a house to have a big, not even a big staircase, because I know realistically the square footage of my home, I didn't want it to be huge. I did not want to get into something that I was going to be in over my head on, that I couldn't pay off quickly, if I'm being just honest. But I did really love the staircase going up the stairs when you walk in, being able to see the upstairs level when you first walk in, because I just envisioned Joel and I having our own floor up top. I just wanted it to be mine and his space up there. That was like all I envisioned, was that up there, the stairs, and then walking into the rest of the house. I originally had envisioned walking in and having the kitchen like first, because that's like what I know, but things have switched around, and I'll show you as we get there. Joel and I picked an architect that we knew had a lot of experience doing lake house homes. No, we are not on a lake, but we have a really beautiful view of a body of water. I wanted to take advantage as much as we could of the view with the architect of our home. That was important to us. Once we found him, then we flew him in to look at our property. I'm going to show you some clips clear back from November, because that is when we hired our architect, and that's when we like officially started drawing in on the plans. We just picked up my mom, and we are heading to the airport to pick up our architect, and the skies couldn't be more beautiful this morning. Brought my mom with us because she's the expert. And we're just basically walking the property to see where we think the best view is going to be. And obviously the view is significantly different if we build up here on this hump versus if we come down into more the flat land. And so he's just kind of getting his bearings and thinking what he might think will be best. The architect got a really good idea of where he wanted to put the house, keeping in mind where I wanted the house. Like angling. I knew exactly how I wanted it to face, like which direction, like going this way. I don't know if that makes sense. But in my mind, and Joel's mind, we were thinking to put it on the highest part of the property to get the best view. And he was worth every penny just by him saying, no, 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 come down into the property and put it down closer to the water, because it feels more intimate, you will be more secluded, and it just felt so different. And me and my mom were both just like, yes, you're right! It was like so exciting. Anyway, so then we came back to our house and we did what he called bubble drawings. He pulled out his yellow paper, which he left for me because I have utilized the heck out of it. he used his yellow paper and a marker, and we sat here at the kitchen table with my mom, and he just said, tell me where you envision things. And so I kind of told him, and he said, he was like, wow, he's like, you really know what you want. Most people don't really know what they want. And he's like, I can tell your mom really knows what she's doing because of just the way we knew that things were or weren't going to work. And so I felt like I had the best little duo in here, and including Joel trio. Is that what it would be called, as a trio? I don't really know, but I had the best team possible is what I'm saying. And so by the time he left, we had like the floor plans laid out, which was really exciting. And so then when he left, he was gonna take those home and kind of put them into an actual floor plan and not just like these bubble drawings. But I'm super impatient, and I knew my mom was so good at it, so I was like, Mom, I need you to put these into drawings for me. And basically we submitted the drawings to him before he submitted drawings to us, because that's just how we roll. So then once we had some official house plans, I just studied. I would just sit and stare at them, and I would put the yellow paper over the actual house plans, and I would make all these changes, and I would just close my eyes at night, and I would just like walk through the house in my mind. It was the most fun process, and I am so grateful that I had my mom to help me with it, even on Christmas Eve. So on Christmas Eve, I am so sad because I know that Joel recorded a clip of me and my mom working on the house plans, and I don't know where it went. When I went to take the footage off, I was like, I don't think you were recording, but there is a clip of me working on it on Christmas Eve. So even after I got the house plans, what I thought were finalized, they weren't finalized. I had my interior designer friend, Ashley. She came over and she helped me look at the plans just to like really make sure that there wasn't anything that I was going to regret interior design wise. I didn't want to get in there and her be like, man, if only you would have known to make this wall like, you know, whatever. I didn't know if there was anything that we were going to be missing that I couldn't pick up on, but that like an interior decorator would. So she was really great to have look at the house plans. So at this point, the floor plans are like solidified, and when you're working with companies and they change their mind on things, you have to adjust, which is totally great because I love the brands that we have chosen to work with, and I'm really excited about it. But the salon is what we had a little bit of an issue with. So we had to do a little rearranging in there, which has actually turned out to be way better. So here's what we were starting with. And this is the sauna that we were going to put in. Then I was like, okay, I definitely want a shower in here, but if there's a shower, people need a bathroom, like you need a bathroom. So I was like, okay, where are we gonna put a bathroom? So then my architect came up with this. He was gonna take a little space under the stairs, and I don't even know if this was like an extended shower or something. And then this was a basin just like out in the open with a toilet in here. I hated this idea. Like I did not like it, but I also didn't know how else I was going to fit everything. So basically I just outlined the room that I had, and I just started putting the sauna in all different areas and kind of just going off of that. So then this is what I came up with, was this right here. I was like, all right, fine. I'm not going to put a shower in. I'm not going to put a toilet in. And then that was Lincoln trotting by in his snow outfit. So we came up with this. Joel and I kind of did, and then there was this spot right here to work out in, which isn't very much at all, and that's when we came up with the final one. Joel said if I put the chair right here facing this wall with a bunch of mirrors on it, then when I'm not using the chair, I can just drag the chair over here, and then I'll have this entire space to work out in. So at this point, the plans are solidified and I've given it the okay, the check mark. So the architect sends the plans to the structural engineer and he is working on them. And then I decide to make some changes, but I'll show you the outside of the house at this point. So here is the front of the house, and it also gives you the garage side view. And then here is the view from the back of the house. And the back of the house is what faces the lake. Here's the big reveal, the colored view of the front of the house. I'm in love and really happy with this. So I sat on that colored image for a really long time, the floor plans, and then there were a couple of minor things, but then they didn't turn out to be so minor because we had to change like roof line for it, but it turned out to be a good thing. So here is what I didn't realize until after we had solidified floor plans. The 3D rendering for our house was much more delayed than I was hoping for, and so we didn't actually see the walkthrough until I had given the approval on the house plans. And don't make that mistake, because then it costs more money to go in and have the engineers and the architects go in and redo things, but that's okay. So in the walkthrough it showed, and this was because I didn't know how to read the plans. I wasn't aware of what it was actually going to look like. So in the rendering, it shows walking down the stairs, and there is a like ceiling above the front door, and there's no purpose for it. There is no structural reason for that to be there. And so I was like, yeah, let's definitely get rid of that. And then there was also like a ceiling above the piano, and I didn't really love that either. And so we got rid of those, but it left us with some really weird lines in the ceiling, and I just did not like the lines in the ceiling. And so we had to change one minor thing on the outside, like in the roof line, and then we were able to get smooth lines on the inside. What that did to the outside, which this made me love it even more, it brought those front windows closer to like protruding out more, so that the front wall when you first walk in will be really flat, which is what I really like. This is the end image right here of the front of our house. So this is the official outside of our house. So I hope that gives you an idea of the type of home that we are going to start building. I didn't want to show you like all of the floor plans and like everything all at once. And so as things progress, we will show more and more. So for now, that is the home that we are going to be building. I'm crossing my fingers that we don't have any more changes to make. Right now, we just got the approval from the structural engineer, and so we are just waiting on permits. And when I tell you that permits take a hot minute, they take a hot minute. Jill and I both knew going into this process that we were not going to rush it. We are not going to get short because things take longer than they say, because everything takes longer than they say. The permits have taken a month longer than they said they were going to take. So it is what it is, and I believe in divine timing. I know that things will happen when they are meant to happen. And had we built when we thought we were gonna break ground in July, and here it is like coming on towards the end of July. And so it's like, you know what? The wood has dropped price significantly in the last month. And so we're just gonna wait. I believe in divine timing. It will take care of me. And so I am going to be patient and I'm going to wait. Thank you guys for watching this video. I really hope you guys like the outside of the house. And if you do, please give it a thumbs up. And if you are not subscribed to this channel, I would love for you to hit the subscribe button, and we will see you in our next video. Bye guys.